Hi, and welcome back to the Cancer Connection. I'm Eric Juarez, and I've been living with melanoma cancer since 2011. Today we're going to go over some of the products that I've been using for my own immune therapy here at home, some of the supplemental products that I've been using. And if you have any questions, please comment down below if you have any questions you want me to answer on the next video. Again, I use immune therapy through MD Anderson to overcome the cancer that I have now. So the Yervoy therapy is what I'm using, and then here at home, I'm using a different type. I'm also using the nutrition therapy, and I'm going to go over some of the products that I'm using here at home. Here's one of the first products: is the liquid chlorophyll. This one I usually get on eBay, and it's close to $10 to $12 a bottle. And this one is the triple concentrate. I recommend the triple concentrate. It just costs less. And this is the one I've been using for the last 6 to 7 years. This one is the mint flavor, it's pretty good. It's a little bit strong, so the first time you use it, you might want to use just a little bit at a time. So I typically use this with my tea, and I get green tea with matcha at Costco and do it that way. And then I use raw bark cinnamon sticks in my kettle, and I boil that first, and then I put that into my tea. So, and this has been working very good. So if you've done any studies on or been looking up anything to help you with your immune therapy, you would know that raw cinnamon bark is one of the highest of antioxidants that are out there. It's a super, it is a super antioxidant is what they're calling it. The next one that I've been taking, and unfortunately is illegal in the U.S., is B17, and this is apricot kernels, which has proven to help battle cancer, along with the immune therapy that you use with your doctor. And with my immune therapy, I've noticed that it has helped quickly reduce the size of my tumors. This is just teamwork with the immune therapy. This is not a cure at all. So, and then let your doctor know these are what you're using, because this could also be a blood thinner, because this is very, very green. This is like, a shot of this is like having probably 5 pounds of kale. So if you're on any type of blood thinners, you would want to ask your doctor first. And moving on, this is Deridium, which is called light water. It has been proven in dogs to help reduce the size of tumors. And so I'm getting this on, you would have to search this on Google in order to get it. And then the last one that I have is, I just got to set this up, is dissolved oxygen, which you can get on eBay, which, you know, cancer cells hate oxygen. So this is what I use to help battle my cancer for part of my immune therapy. And what I'm going to go over is putting this all together. What I use, I have a Ninja blender, which has one of these blades on it too. So I just put the blade in here. And I'm sorry if I'm a little bit slow. My left arm's not working. So I put the blade in, and then I put some strawberries in. I'm going to make an immune therapy smoothie for right now. So just put some strawberries in there, if I don't spill them all over. And then grab some put my strawberries in there. Next, I'm using, and all these are frozen organic, and this one are blueberries. So I just throw some blueberries in here. Just like that. And then I have this, the seed organic that I had got from Costco. So I put a little bit of that in there. So just like that. Throw some of that in there. And then of course I gotta have my chlorophyll. So here's the now chlorophyll that I'm going to put in. What you got to do, just make sure you give it a good shake because it's a little bit thick. And then open it up and put, I just put probably a couple of shots in. Just a little bit. When you blend this up, it's going to get pretty green, so it might look kind of strange. It might not be the most attractive looking color, but I can tell you it's pretty good. Especially when you work using the Aussie is really great. So now I'm going to just put my top on here. And then blend her up. Usually I start off at 1 and turn it on. Of course, plug it in first. So I get it going a little bit. Need to add a little more fluid into it, or else it's going to get too thick. It's not going to be drinkable. So I'm just going to throw some orange juice in here, just to thin it out a little bit. It's pretty good. So I've got a little bit of orange juice with the Aussie, organic Aussie, and then I also got some berry boosts that I use that I've gotten from Costco. These are all really good. It ends up making it taste really sweet and delicious. So throw some of that in there, just like that. And then put the top back on and get her going again. And then turn it back on. That's about it. And then usually I take out the middle blade, pop it in the water, clean it up. Pop this off. Sometimes I add a little bit of yogurt in it. The plain yogurt makes it taste pretty good. And also, sometimes I add lemon, like lemonade, which makes it taste pretty good. So, again, with this one, with the Doridium, I put in a whole tincture of this inside here. Sometimes just a little bit more, just to get a better effect out of that. And then here's a dissolved oxygen. Put in a few drops of this. Sometimes too much of this might taste a little bit sour. It tastes like lemon drops. So now I just take my my juice, pour it right in here. So you can see it's a kind of a purple color. So there we go. So I got that. And then I've got my thick straw. I use a pretty thick straw for this because it is a little bit thick. And then I'll take my top and pop it right back on here and put it back in the fridge. And take a drink of this. So it's pretty good. Pretty minty. So this is what it ends up turning out to be, about that color. Kind of like a dark purple. So you'll want to experiment a little bit on how much of the chlorophyll you want to put in there, because it could be pretty strong for some people. It might be a little too strong. But once you get used to it, it's pretty good. Like I said, you can also make it into a tea which I would also recommend. It's nice on if it's a cold night or it's a pretty cool night. Throw some cinnamon bark in there. Take a look at that. So I usually have a bag of bark laying around, or I usually buy a pretty large size of bark and boil that until it'll also make your house smell pretty good. So I'm using that in my tea. And then the green tea, the green matcha tea from Costco, it's nicer to buy it in the large box because it's cheaper that way. And this will help you out. Also, just to let you know, if you do it with the tea, you may end up sweating a little bit through your arms. So what that's doing is getting rid of all the toxins that's in your body. Because if you go to McDonald's or something, or Carl's Jr., you're eating that, or you have a carne asada burrito, there's a lot of oils in there and a lot of stuff that you don't really want in your body. And what this is going to do, it's going to get rid of that. And so it's going to sweat out your pores, and it might stink a little bit. It's just because you're detoxing. So don't worry if you start sweating and you're not running or nothing. It's just the chlorophyll going through your body and detoxing you. So I hope you enjoy that. Tomorrow we're going to be going over and then hope you join with me on Friday at the Cancer Connection for my next video of my update of how I'm doing with my immune therapy. I'm also going to be having an MRI scan here going pretty soon, and then I'll show you how that goes. And then I'll be having acupuncture tomorrow, so I'll be bringing up some of the extra stuff that I'm doing, like acupuncture and other things that I'm doing besides that to keep myself healthy and alert and ready to get rid of this cancer, so we can do it together. And again, you can join me on my Facebook at The Cancer Connection, and you can join me on Instagram at The Cancer Connection. My name is Eric Juarez. I hope you do well. And also, please check out my GoFundMe. I hope you have a great evening, and if you have any questions, you can also email me in my email in the description.